What's up, friends, Star Wars fans, and fellow action figure collectors? Danimal here, bringing you my response to action figure love video. Sorry it took me a little while to get this going. Been pretty busy lately. But I originally was going to show you guys my Power of the Force 2 collection, as it has a big factor in why I collect in the first place, but that would just honestly take a little bit too long to break out all of my figures and accessories and, you know, kind of display them together, which is the way I'd want to do it. You know, I wouldn't want to just half-ass it. So what I'm going to do instead is give you guys a little tour here of the Dancave, as it's come to be known. So let me just kind of pan back here a little bit. That's actually my Power of the Force 2 collection in there. Giant container. But here we have my back porch, aka the Dancave. I don't know if I can get everything in the shot. And I apologize if it's going to be a little noisy. I have a second floor apartment. This is actually the back door, which I'm going to have open just for lighting purposes. Okay, so let me show you guys. The top here, I have a couple next gen figures that I got from Miss B. Old Acutus and Data. These are figures that I have carved for the time being for possible trades. Malgus, Sean, Star Killer. Another figure I got from Miss B, old Sherlock Holmes. Got a little Tartakovsky Clone Wars action going on here. And then this part of my shelf is stuff to get opened or just boxes. Little Moff Jared Gerard there, and Mas Medea, Tarkin. And this is my diorama case, which holds various supplies and things for dios. And let me go ahead and get these down. And show you guys. Like I said, this is my Power of the Force 2 and everything is in here with some other things. This is part of my Clone Wars collection here. I'm basically just missing, I have every Jedi with the exception of 3. I counted the other day. I need Barriss Offrey, Edith Koff, and Say-Say-Tian in Clone Wars format. And I love all the Jedi. So that's pretty cool. Show you guys what else we have going on. Oh, we have Miss B's contribution to the Dancave. You guys can thank her for that one. Little Power of the Force 2 action here. This was a setup that was originally constructed. If you watch one of the Budget Jedi's Bestman videos, he shows you a cool way to basically hang the Han and Carbonite from 2 figures using the little clear elastic bands that we get from, you know, a lot of our figures. Works out really well. I originally had my display set up back before I knew about those glue dots, and they basically had them pivoting, kind of holding them up, and it would fall over, very often. So at some point I just said, you know what, the hell with it. this is how it's going to stay. So, you know, we just had the Stormtrooper over here next to Fett, like, just, would you look at that? That's terrible. Alright, we got, what else we got going on? We have some Sand Trooper action. And newer Bestman Cloud Car. Little Rebel action going on here. Some Stormtroopers doing Shakespeare. Get some more light on this here for you guys. Let's see if this will work. A little Clone Wars action in the back. And that would be the Vintage Collection Maul wearing one of the robes that comes with the Sith accessory kit. By the way, if you guys want to check out E the Angel 2220 has a good review of that particular Sith kit. They're actually pretty awesome. You can usually get them, you know, for around $5 or less online or just just about anywhere. That's all you really should pay to. If anybody has any higher than that, don't even bother. But they're great for dios, diorama makers like yourself, because just a ton of accessories. You usually get saber hilts, sabers, cloth soft goods. For example, the Qui-Gon's got Vintage Collection Qui-Gon with the poncho from the Tatooine accessory kit, I think it is. So, those are pretty neat. Check those out if you guys enjoy dios and stuff like that. And then we have the newly constructed, out of simple foam core from the dollar store, shelves. Cost to me all of $2 to make these things. I literally whipped them up real quick in a weekend, just, not to be fancy or anything, just to whip them up and serve the purpose of holding some figures and practice cutting at the same time. So, I'll give you guys a super quick rundown of what I have here. This would be the prequel shelf. And we have original trilogy. Got Grumpy Cat hanging out there with Snaggletooth. And one of my favorite figures, the Lando in Han's outfit there. It's a kid that always just bugged me. I was just, why the hell is he wearing Han's outfit? I mean, did he not only take the Falcon, but he, raided his closet? What was going on with that? It's kind of bugged me, but that happened. I love me some Billy D, so great figure. Then we have Clone Wars, which now is going to be my pitching point for guys like Ed, and I know a few of you who haven't checked the Clone Wars out, because I know you're big original trilogy fans, maybe not so much in the newer animated stuff, but the Clone Wars cartoon is amazing. Definitely worth watching. It's on Netflix now, including a newer 6th season, I think it is. They made just for Netflix, just to kind of bridge the gap a little more between episode 2 and 3. So definitely worth checking out, guys. Definitely give it a watch. And then we have the Expanded Universe shelf here. My newest acquisition, old Darth Bainey. And then the top shelf for now is just kind of mini rigs and creatures. Mr. Jodo Cast hanging out up there. Alright guys, so just to give you a quick rundown, I guess, of my collecting in general. When I was a kid, I was big into Star Wars, but never really had too many of the toys. I had a couple figures here and there, like the old R2-D2 and Fett, and I had a little case of figs, but never really had the vehicles. And that was always my biggest draw for that toy line in general. The figures. One of the reasons I like the Star Wars toy line in general so much is the scaling. It's perfect for vehicles. So as a kid, I ate it up, but I never really had the Star Wars vehicles. My cousins always had those. So when I was a kid, I was big into Dino Riders, just like my buddy Ed, and Mask, huge into the Mask line. Same thing, small figures. So the whole line revolved around vehicles, and I just totally ate that up as a kid. I thought it was awesome. I was also really big into Ghostbusters, Thundercats, of course. Those were the things I played with as a kid. But when I became a teenager, the Power of the Force 2 line came out, I think when I was in the middle of high school. And that was about the time when, I thought, well, not that I want to save all these things because they're going to be worth $1 million in the future, but where I started liking toys for the fact of setting them up more in, diorama settings and things like that, collecting them instead of just playing with them. So that was a big turnaround for me. I also at the time was getting into like McFarlane and the Spawn toys and stuff like that. So it was kind of cool when I was younger, that I could go to a KB, for example, grab a couple of rare Star Wars figures, flip them at the comic book store for maybe $10, and then get some, money for video games, playing Mortal Kombat 1 in the, comic book store there, and, just getting comics and things like that, because I was big into the Expanded Universe as well when I was younger, because, some of us older Star Wars heads will remember that, in the 90s, before the prequels and things like that came out, even the special editions, the EU was all we had for new material. So stuff like Heir of the Empire, and that was all we really had. I remember when Shadows of the Empire in particular came out, I went nuts. I just totally got into that series. I was all about it. I read all the comics. I had the novel. It's still floating around here somewhere. I don't know if it's actually out back here. No, it's Tales from Jabba's Palace. But anyway, just EU is a big part of my Star Wars collecting as well as my Star Wars knowledge and why I'm into Star Wars. So, why do I continue today? Well, that would basically, in the short, really is because of the little guy. I stopped collecting probably 10 years or more ago. Really, honestly, after Episode 1 came out, I didn't collect for a long, long time. And then my son was born 15 months ago. And it was like the collecting bug bit me in the ass. I suddenly wanted to have all these great things to be able to, play with him with and give to him when he's of age. So I guess that's kind of my biggest motivation. And then one day I decided to YouTube Star Wars dioramas, and I met most of you guys. And that's really why I'm another big factor in why I'm still doing what I'm doing today, and why I want to keep the channel going. The fact that I met so many awesome people that also have shared interest and love just for setting up a figure in a movie type setting, and appreciating what these actually are. Plastic representations of something that we really fantasy that we really like. It brings some life to it. Some real physical form. So I think that's a big reason in why I enjoy collecting. So, and of course the, final biggest reason is sharing, like I said, with all you guys. I get a kick out of the fact that, hey, you like my videos. You also enjoy these dioramas and stuff that I make, and, glad that there's also some similar people out there. So, guys, I pretty much will conclude it there. Thanks very much for watching. I really do appreciate all the continued support, and, by support, I appreciate you guys sharing my videos. That's awesome. But I really, really appreciate when you guys give feedback, positive or negative. Let me know what you think about something. That's really what I'm into, just the feedback. So, hope to hear from you guys all soon. Have a good weekend, and thanks for watching.